So I want to introduce this Beyond Quantum Healing session. This session was done over the internet, over Skype. And I just want to say that so when you hear the static, you will understand why. Because when the energy intensifies, the static, the internet kind of goes in and out, so you will hear the static. I also want to say that this session wasn't done hoping to get anything that will scare anybody. The invasion took place and it was completely, we were saved by a race that is unknown to humans. And the Arcturians came through to help delete the memories so that we can avoid a lot of the traumas. But the reason why I want to put this online is because a lot of people that may have dreams, visions, or memories, but they don't understand. It might be possible that they were part of the ones that are remembering the invasion. As our awareness increases, the more that we go through our own evolution here on Earth, the more that we'll be able to tap into memories that have been hidden from us before, just like some chakras that were there but we couldn't get access to before. Same thing happens with our memories. And this was a very traumatic Beyond Quantum Healing session, because I honestly didn't expect to receive all of this. And I did it because of a vision that I had. And immediately a lot of dreams came together and created sort of like a puzzle coming in and out really fast. Many dreams and visions all coming through very fast. And a deep knowing that this really did happen. So I wanted to go into a quantum healing to receive more information about this and why I was seeing those things and why the dreams were all coming together, almost like a fast-moving picture, all happening all at once, and different timelines merging together. So this was very dramatic, traumatic, very heavy, very difficult experience. But I think for those that may be going through the same thing, this might give you some answers. So we're putting this out there to help release those emotions that need to be released, and to remind you to connect with the Gaia, to remind you to connect with nature, to meditate often in order for you to release any feelings that may have been there, because those that remember may be dealing with a lot of situations that they have no idea or that they cannot control and they just need to release. So that's why we're putting this out there for those that may be going through similar situations, so they can remember and release the emotions. Understand and release. The more you go through your evolution, the more you're going to find wars in other planets, including this one and many others, and parallel realities, and it can create a lot of confusion. So it is important to always come back to Gaia and sit with her, allow her to care of you so that you can purge what doesn't serve you anymore. So I'm going to let you listen, and I hope you do get some healing out of this session. Thank you.
And as the movement slows, you begin to gather your bearings. And as the movement stops, you begin to feel your point of view. here, now, in this time, in this place, the most relevant and necessary time and place. And as you begin to understand where you are, tell me what is happening around you.
It looks like we're marching. A group of us are marching. They're robots, looking like robots, soldiers that are making us march somewhere. It's a bunch of us.
As I'm marching, I want you to see what you are wearing. Describe to me your uniform.
We don't have uniforms. Some people are wearing like whatever they had on. Jumpsuits, dresses, hands.
And when you look at all these clothing, what era does it remind you of?
It's modern times is recent now, maybe. I don't know.
And as you look at everybody marching, what feeling does it bring up?
We're being taken somewhere. And there is a large ship above us. But I don't know if they can see it. I don't know if they can see the ship, but I see it.
Okay, I want you to take a closer look at this ship and describe it in detail to me.
Looks like it's round, metallic looking, like metal, like shiny metal, like silver. I see, I don't know why I keep feeling, I don't know, I feel like they're picking some of us up. But the robots don't even know that they're picking us up. Like, they don't realize that there's a chip above coming to pick some of us up.
Okay. Are you one of the chosen to be picked up?
Yeah, they take me.
Do you know what happens to the people on the ground?
No, I don't know. They take me. I don't know where they went. I don't know where they took them.
Okay. Let's not observe that at this time. Let's go into the spaceship and tell me what you see.
We finally have food. We got food, like fruit. We got clean. We were clean. And we're sitting around a table, it looks like a table. And we're talking about a plan.
Tell me about this plan. Take a deep breath. Remember, we're only observing. We're only observing. Take a deep breath. Take a step back. I'm right here. And everything's going to be okay. I'm right here. Take the step back. You're only observing.
It's really messed up. I don't know if we can do anything.
Okay. Okay. I want you to take a step back and describe to me, why is everything messed up?
It's really bad. It's really bad.
Why do you believe it's really bad?
The people are dying. These beings, they want control of the planet.
Go on, tell me more.
They're looking for people. I don't know what they want to do with it. They just want control. They want to be able to control them. But there is something about people that have special abilities. I don't know what they're doing with them. It's almost like they want to extract the special abilities out of people. So they have to go through many to find the few that have abilities.
Tell me more.
It's a bunch of us sitting around the table talking about a plan of attack, I guess. Different beings.
Go on.
They look different. Everybody looks different.
So I want you to take a look at these beings and describe to me, what do they look like?
They're all different. Some of them look. They have a different body types. Some of them look more like animals. Others looks like even whales. Some of them look like lights. Some of them look like human but taller. There are different types.
And when you look at them, do you feel safe or not safe?
Yeah, we're talking about how to go about it, how to fight these things.
Okay, so there's cooperation.
Yeah.
Okay, is this something to be afraid of?
They're causing a lot of fear, which is creating more problems because it's going into the atmosphere. And when it goes into the atmosphere, it just expands and calls in more negative things. So we have to really figure this out real quick.
Okay. So let's take a moment and just take a deep breath in. And let's take a look at that fear as if it were a mosquito. And I want you to swat that fear. Just swat 3 or 4 of those mosquitoes. And now tell me, does it make a difference?
No, I don't think you understand. The fear is from the people that are being killed, that are being trapped, that are being taken, that are being they're going into labs and they're being analyzed, they're being studied, they're being used. And that fear goes and create bacteria that goes into the atmosphere. When it goes into the atmosphere, it attracts more fear, more bacteria. And it's almost like a domino effect.
Okay. Now, can you counterbalance that domino effect?
We're trying to figure out how to take them down so this can be over with.
Okay. So, are you still in the spaceship?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to go to one of the beings. We need to talk to him or her. And let me know when you're there with them.
I'm there.
Okay. I want you to ask them, why were you chosen to be on the spaceship?
There are many beings on the planet right now that we're supposed to be raising the planet's vibration. This was unexpected. We did not anticipate this attack. It derailed a lot of people, a lot of the beings that are here. It derailed their plans in a way that caused complications beyond what we anticipated. Some of these people didn't have a life, a normal life, because of this attack. We knew it could come, but we didn't think it was going to come so unexpectedly, so soon.
And so, are these the beings that sent you the vision?
And I'm not sure. Let me ask. The technology was supposed to wipe all memories so people didn't have the trauma. Some, especially those that are Arcturians, have been having glitches with the memory wipe because their state of consciousness sometimes can overpass that technology somehow.
Tell me more.
And just hearing that there is one of the beings saying, she's saying, it was about time for me to remember. I had to remember.
And why do you have to remember?
So everything can make sense. Everything will make sense, she says. I don't know how.
Okay. So if she's showing you this vision so that everything makes sense, is this vision connected to survival that people go through?
No, this is not, has nothing to do with that. This is not about surviving. This is something that happened.
And when did this happen?
Saying that there was, what? She's saying there is more than one situation. The first time this happened, people have the timeline confused because these alter the timelines. So for some, it might be a year, and for some others will be a different year. Almost like there was the memory wipe caused timeline confusion, changes or confusion. We will give her the time to only herself.
Okay. So she needs to know, was this in the past or is it in the coming future on this timeline?
No, this already passed.
Okay. And who is doing this attacking?
These are beings that are unknown to the earth people. They have technology, which is why she saw the robots. The robots were just machines. The people behind, the beings behind the attack are unknown to humans at this moment.
If you could give them a name, what name would you give them?
So.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and step back and just observe and listen to what she is telling you.
Humans don't have a name. That is the name she pronounced it.
Okay.
For this race. They look like they have like monkey features, monkey tail with different colors. But it looks like they're trying to evolve, almost like the timeline of the earth shifted into two different versions, and the earth to the left that was delayed had these beings that looked like simians, and they didn't evolve fast enough, so they're coming with technology they acquired to earth to figure out how these humans evolve from the gifts that they receive from the sky people. So they want to analyze so they can bring it back to their planets or something like that.
Okay, that's understandable. What else can you tell me about these monkey people, this monkey race?
I don't know, I just see their brain is full of, like, their brain is fully taken by the need to control. Like, it is an obsession. I'm not sure. It's almost like they only exist to learn to control others.
Do they have any other emotions?
They can be very smart. They have an obsession with hate, anger, dislike for others. Is very negative.
Very good. This is a key to the solution in protecting ourselves from them. What else can you tell me about this race?
I'm not even sure how they evolved so to the point that they acquire the technology. We're not able to give you that information at this moment.
Okay. Are the Arcturians involved in helping us with this?
Their technology helped to completely wipe the memory away, so there was no trauma, because the trauma could have caused multi-generational traumas for many generations. So it was needed. It had to be done. And they received full approval to fully wipe the memory away.
So if you don't mind, could you please help Victoria and I understand if this is just a metaphor or is it real?
This was real.
Okay. So this really happened in the past.
Yes.
Okay. So if this really happened in the past, we can split.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, if she was shown this invasion, can she, what was the purpose of her seeing this invasion?
She went through it.
She lived through this?
Yes.
And how did she survive?
We took her.
Okay. So if you took her for a good reason, I assume.
Of course.
Okay. Would that reason be for her to help heal humanity today from the trauma?
She was one of the many that called for help. So when we came, we took her.
Okay. Did you take some of her loved ones with her too?
The timeline was because it was erased. It created confusion in her memories. At the time that we took her, we only took her.
Oh, just her. Okay, so help me understand this. How is it that she's seeing this vision of a memory that was erased? How can she apply this in a positive way to humanity?
She's seeing it because the more she evolves, the more she goes through the different activations, the more she will be able to remember everything. So when you start evolving, you go through many activations. Many of the energy centers are open, and then information is given to those that are ready to receive it, ready to understand. So because it was part of the planetary changes, she was able to tap into that. So when she had the vision, the deep knowing, she was just basically remembering how the different dreams and visions she had before came together to give her the full story of what happened.
So what is she to do with this?
Not everybody's ready to receive this information. That's why we're not giving a time frame. Those that have gone through it and listen to this will pick up some of the memories too, if they're meant to remember. If they're not meant to remember, they will just ignore. That's all.
So does this affect her belief system?
It's going to make her a true believer.
And so can she use this to teach others?
Those that have gone through this experience and that were part of those that call for help, that were planted in this planet for a reason. If they hear the message, they will also awaken part of their memories, and they will be able to understand some of their lives. A lot of people had lost a lot of years Sometimes they don't remember, they don't have memories because it was all wiped. 2 years were wiped away. Sometimes people wonder why my life has been so difficult, or they feel something that they cannot explain. They will understand if they were supposed to be one of those people. They will understand.
Okay. What emotions are connected to this vision that she needs to work with?
She felt guilty for not knowing. How could she have known? She felt responsible. Just like many others did. They were not responsible. They helped. They did their part.
So could you say that a ritual of forgiveness would be appropriate to heal this?
There is a feeling so deep where nothing makes sense to her. Many others, they don't understand. They keep looking, trying to figure out if this is real or not, if this life is real or not, because they remember that this is also a matrix. So it becomes very confusing for these people to distinguish between reality and non-reality. The more time they spend in nature, the more they will be able to release those feelings. It is a process. It was very traumatic times. Normally this will affect a race for many, many thousands of years. We deleted everything so they didn't have to remember. But those that remember have to be kind with themselves, spend time in nature, and release those feelings. It's a process.
Can you help her release some of those feelings now?
Give me 1 second. It's going to take time.
Okay. Will she need some more sessions to be able to help release some of these deep feelings? Or are there other modalities that she can use?
a combination. Spending time in nature is going to be very important for her as well.
Okay, nature. Besides guilt and responsibility, what other belief has this vision uncovered for her?
Now we're giving her the understanding of compassion to herself.
Once she has this comprehension of compassion, will it help her in this lifetime to attract a happier life, a more satisfying life?
These are the type of events that will haunt you for many lifetimes. So she's going to have to take it slowly, one day at a time.
Will she attract others that have had this vision?
Yes. We already send those people her way. They will also need to understand.
So she will be able to guide them to a happier lifetime?
Yes, that's the goal.
So knowing this, how can she live from a heart-centered coherence?
The only reason why she received the information is because she's already working and has been working from this center. You cannot receive this type of information without working from this center. This is the major center that activates the rest of the higher centers for beings to be able to receive this type of cosmic awareness. She's just very hard on herself.
Okay. How is it connected, this vision, to our times now that we're going through?
This is the reason why we send many more to the planet. More light workers to repair the damage done. This is the reason why we had to send a lot of multidimensional beings, light workers, starseeds to the planet to help repair the damage done very quickly.
I have noticed some positive progress in our culture. Is that different that light workers have been doing?
Yes. It is very much connected. They came to repair the seal that is around the planet. It is also a process.
It's also a process. So is this process almost done?
A lot of progress has been made and will continue to, as more progress is done, it will snowball into higher planes of progress, if you can say it like that. Because when one person's increase their awareness, they also help the others around themselves unconsciously increase as well, even when they don't know that they're sharing that knowledge.
Okay, I understand that there is a portal that will open up on November 11th. Is there anything in particular that Victoria should do on that day?
She knows what she needs to do. She always does it, but there are portals. Every month there is a portal. Every month brings a lot of change. It's not just one.
So this portal on 11/11 will bring positive change?
Yes, it will. Affirmations, mantras, positive reinforcement, positive thoughts, positive actions. For those that know how to work with energy, they will be able to do what they need to do.
Okay. On that day, is there anything she can do in particular to help with the trauma of this vision, at this erased memory?
It's not about erasing. It's not about letting go. It's about understanding. It will take her a few days to really integrate this message, and perhaps weeks or months, depending on how much work she does. And she's very intense when it comes to understanding things, so she should be able to progress rather quickly.
Okay. Okay. Going back to the vision just a little bit, in her vision, she saw people running, and she also saw a warrior race that was helping fight this invasion. Can you tell us what that race was?
These are beings unknown to the earth people. They're trained in combat processes beyond what the human brain can comprehend.
Okay.
Why?
Are these the ones that had dragons?
Yes. They have they're able to work with the energy and be able to mount the dragons to fight as one. The dragon with the being. They do look, they have humanoid features, but they're not humans. They're a very powerful, intelligent force. And they can command the different elements of any planet by tapping into the planet's memory, cosmic memory. And when they tap into that memory, they can download the elements of each planet so they can command the energies of the planet. That's why they were very successful at fighting these entities.
Is Victoria related in any way to these entities, to these beings?
She has been with them before, but she didn't remember, so she got afraid when she saw the dragon coming for her. It's a light blue dragon that came for her. She forgot and she ran.
Was this a friendly dragon?
He looks scary because he's very powerful. She was afraid. She ran away. She told everybody to run when she saw him. He came out from underneath the earth almost. It's a water dragon. But she was afraid.
Okay. So is there anything else you would like to tell Victoria to encourage her to not be, to encourage her to move forward with this vision?
We'll give her the rest on her own, little by little. To avoid creating.
Will she be able to see this blue? I'm sorry.
It must be done in small doses to avoid crashing her. She could go into traumatic shock, sort of similar to what you will call a panic attack or a stroke. That's why before, when we worked on the back of the head, we told her that we were removing fears and also removing the possibility of the stroke. She thought it was a human stroke. This is an energetic stroke, meaning when she remembers, she could have gone into a stroke, an energetic stroke. So we must remember to be a little slow.
Okay. Can I ask on her behalf that you give her the information in a gentler fashion?
Yes, but you can see that she wants to know it all.
Oh, I know.
So when she asks and she commands, she's actually commanding the higher self to open up the gates of understanding. Sometimes when the gates open, it is too late to send it back because it's already open. It's almost like a portal of information. When you give a command and you send the signal, if you want to change your mind and the information is already flowing through, it's too late. You have to know what you ask for.
I'll have a talk with her about that, and I'll try to remind her. Is there anything else you would like her to know?
Not at this moment.
Okay. Is there anything you would like me to know?
Thank you for supporting her.
Very welcome, and I'm so grateful to have this opportunity. And now from my heart to yours, I send 1,000 times over gratitude for having this opportunity to work with Victoria. And now I'm going to bring her back. Her light body, bringing her light body back to her physical body. Just bringing your energy back to your physical form. All of your renewed and realigned and vibrant energy is returning now into your body.